Detroit State of Mind is on the air. Bringing you the sounds of Detroit's underground, straight to your ear holes. Rock, punk, and metal. If it's Detroit, you'll hear it here. Unless you're a dick. And now, your overlords, Rich and Dave.
Say, swear, go down with the shit. But use your freedom and joy.
Detroit State of Mind is on the air.
Episode 67. Woo!
The Gassers.
Gassers.
What's up, fellas?
Make sure this is good.
Hello. What's going on?
Welcome. So you guys drove from the other side of the fucking state to get here.
Yeah, Battle Creek. Yeah.
You had nothing else going on today? You just was roll up St. Clair Shores and...
You never been to Albion, man.
Oh, I mean,
No, I've not. Well, again, we were talking earlier. Big drug scene out there, so...
I get that guy has. He knows how to do.
I'm usually in church right now, but I explained to my pastor what I was doing today. He was understanding.
Wow, you're so full of shit, dude.
Yeah, Kellogg Arena's a good one. You guys ever go there?
Once.
Once?
Is that a sports arena or whatever?
No, it's a concert hall.
Security guard down there once when I was younger.
I seen the Injustice for All tour there.
Yeah.
No shit.
That was badass. I
Queen's
seen Iron
Right,
Maiden there.
Justice for All.
Yeah.
They still make cereal
I
out
was
there?
Were you there?
I was there.
That was a good show, man.
Yeah.
The smile on your face just screams shady, man.
Yeah.
He was probably
Mushrooms are
selling
kicking
weed.
in, man. All right, tell us who you are and what you do in the band.
I'll start. Okay, so I'm Spencer.
Oh, you want to start out of order, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, I guess. Why not?
We always go this way to this. Have you watched the podcast at all? Ever?
Well, I must have forgot. So.
I'm just busting your balls, dude. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm Spencer. I play bass and I sometimes sing. But
Cool.
yeah.
Next.
Anyone else?
I'm Webb. I play guitar and sing.
Webb?
Yep.
Like W-E-B?
2 B's.
Real name?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's your real first name?
Yeah. It's
I mean, I'm not trying to rag on your name, but it's just an odd name. You don't hear that very often.
it's a family name.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm Benji. I'm the drummer.
Like the dog?
Yeah.
Just a lot cuter.
More like Rin Tin Tin.
Ah, there you go. So how long has Gassers been a thing? Give us some history here.
2020, February 2020, I think.
Yeah, we started
Been that long?
Another COVID band.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
pretty much started pretty much a month before the lockdown. Well, Webb and I were in another band once upon a time called Grave Surfers, and we broke up. And Benji was available. He's an 8-ball death, and he just had some time to practice too. And yeah, sadly, by the time
Bam, you're in the band. That's it.
Yeah.
You show up
Yep.
one time, the drummer, you're in the fucking band.
They came over. They came over to the drunk tank and hung out with me.
Did you break their shit?
No, nothing.
So he eased them into it?
Right. Yeah.
We tried to record an EP there. We seriously tried, but it became a different kind of fiasco. We all just got drunk and fucked around.
I couldn't even see the
Did you get
keyboard
anything
at the
out of
time.
it at all?
I think we got 2. We tried to do 6, but we got 2.
Something like that.
I mean, it's not a
don't know.
bad ratio.
I mean,
They're all not going to be gold, you know.
A third of the time, we land every time.
Well, payment was in beer, so.
we didn't get anything done. Nothing.
Well, you got to
We
spend
got
good
drunk.
quality
You
time
drink the beer
together,
after
though.
the work, boys.
We were doing it well. That's why it's drunk tank.
This ain't
production.
Canada.
So is that released somewhere?
It might be.
You have no idea, huh?
Yeah, I don't know
Find
what
some
they
old
did with
8-ball
it.
demos, then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, I got a bunch of files on my computer at home.
Has anyone else heard them, though?
Yeah.
Besides you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. We at my hardcore band 8-Ball Death, we played a festival a few years back called MRSA Mania, and we took our demo there and started distributing them, handing them out to everybody.
But you're talking about your other band, though,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what about the songs from this recording session?
Oh, that's the quiet demo. Something happened when I was messing with my board and I was mastering. The volume is like really, really low. I don't
Did
know
you like
what I
compress
did.
the hell out of it or something, or?
I don't know what I did. I couldn't tell you. Still,
The Knob Creek was kicking in.
new at learning how to do all the recording stuff and everything.
Yeah. I mean, hearing it's kind of like the big deal.
That's the important part.
well, for the longest time, I got old Tascam 4-track digital, or not digital, cassette recorder, and then
Is it blue?
It's silver.
Oh, I got a blue one.
Were you actually good at that thing? I could never get the hang of one of those.
Yeah, I know how to work it. Yeah, pretty easy.
It's like rocket
Yeah.
science, man.
Track 2, record.
Yeah, but then you have to like bounce tracks and like fuck that manual, man.
Yeah.
That's why I just like using a computer.
Then when I
Record
started
16 times. Fuck it.
I started getting other musicians from like half-hour drive away, so that's when I started going more digital. It's a lot easier to move stuff around.
Hell yeah, it is.
So
You can share shit online or email files or
You'd be a whole
whatever.
band and not even be in the same room.
That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
getting way above my.
What, email? Email is hard.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not very much of a tech guy when it comes to all this computer stuff.
Okay. I
so
didn't
I'm
mean to
still
overwhelm
learning.
you there.
No,
Sorry.
I'm still learning. Like I said, with our quiet demo that I have.
I'm just an unfrozen
I don't know.
caveman IT
I don't know what
guy.
I did to it. I did something.
It's
to
like
it.
church music. So again, the 2 songs is not out there anywhere.
We do have like a demo on Bandcamp.
Oh, yeah, we're on
Yeah,
Bandcamp.
there is like that, but like it was recorded like through like what Benji said, it was old material, doing digital stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the sound, like I don't know, like the stuff we got on our mixboard now, it just sounds so much better than like that first demo.
Recording's a learning process,
Oh,
man.
it is. It is.
You're gonna
Yeah,
fail
it is.
100 times. You
Right.
might get
You
some good
record the
shit.
same song 30 times.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
we kind of rushed the first demo because we got a show with like Bad Assets, State, Unabomb, and Last Call to Jonestown. So our first show was the Gassers, and it was a place like Sanctuary. We just kind of wanted like something to like have people to listen to, so
Right.
know what we are.
Right.
They're not just coming in blindly to us, you know. So we wanted something out, but in the same time, like we didn't really work on it.
Well, I mean, you have to put some effort in.
Yeah.
We're probably the laziest musicians you've ever met.
I don't think so.
I'm pro at procrastinating.
And breaking shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What'd that guitar cost you?
It set me back $400.
Is that the only thing you've ever broke, or is there?
He still hasn't
you
against
have, you have a
No.
history?
Well,
Please don't break it. Did you poke a hole in my wall, by the way?
No, I didn't. I just
I
kept,
thank
kept
you.
hitting my elbow on the wall.
That's just to keep you in check, man.
Yeah. Well, then I kept like playing like all real tight and everything, and getting all nervous because I didn't want to poke a hole through the wall.
You'd be fine.
Hit my head a few times back there too.
Really?
Yeah.
No one else has ever complained about that. Maybe we should slide the kid out a little bit.
Maybe I just get a little animated too much when I play. I've been told that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But
So again, you guys were Grave Surfers, another drummer.
Yep.
That fell apart, or whatever happened to it.
Yeah. Well, some shit was said and just wasn't really quite cool, you know. Like,
Okay.
let's just kind of put it that way.
I know a lot of people that say dumb shit.
Yeah. Like,
Happens a lot.
Right here.
Some shit was said.
Right here.
Who, him?
He didn't even see it.
Well, I think that band had just kind of run its course. We'd gone as far with it as we could, and it was time for something new. So,
Do any of those songs roll over to this band at all, or?
Pontiac Joe, that's a Grave Surfer song. That was
Okay.
I'm trying to do another one. We used to cover Cocaine Carolina, but we took the same way we play it. I just put different words to it.
Who writes that song? I don't know that song.
It's not actually an actual song. It's like one of those it's just kind of like a pin like in the board, something we got to work on.
Oh, okay.
It's in
Who did it originally?
Yeah.
I think Johnny Cash and David Allan Coe both did it. I'm not sure which one did
It's
it
called
first.
Cocaine California?
Cocaine Carolina.
Carolina, excuse me.
yeah.
I don't know that one.
Yep.
Do you know that
Cocaine
one?
California. That's what some like Red Hot Chili
It's out of
Peppers
my
beat or
genre anyway.
something.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, back when they were still that awful funk band.
Yeah. And everything now everything's about California.
Yeah, well, it always was.
Stupid. Yeah, but they say it all the time now.
I
Dumb.
can't stand that band.
I like their early shit.
Yeah, Blood Sugar Sex Magic's a pretty good album, actually.
That I think it's a great album. I don't know.
Yeah, the
hell
church
no.
see this, they're gonna be so mad. Like, who are these nobodies talking
Harry
shit
would.
on us?
Right. So how did Benji come on board?
So he was kind of mutual friends of ours through a bars guy named Pat
OnlyFans?
Salazar. Yeah. Oh yeah, like only drummers. It's this.
Oh, so the other side effect just showed up.
Hey, Eric's coming.
Huh?
Hey, Eric's coming.
No, I'm just breathing heavy.
Anyway, back to
We
what
have a
Ben-
whole studio audience here for the first time.
Like the first time we really met him, we were playing the show and we needed a PA and we borrowed his. And
Oh, it was out of
Yeah.
necessity, not
Yeah,
out of drumming.
So they didn't even like you. They just needed your fucking PA,
I need to
man.
borrow your shit, bro.
I went to this festival and just got really drunk there.
Woke up in a band. Better than married, I
He
guess.
broke something. He's in a band, and they're borrowing your PA all in one afternoon.
But that was fun. And like, so when we were the Grave Surfers, we had this bad omen where it would rain every time we played. And this outdoor festival would rain before we played, and after we got all our equipment in, it just started downpouring.
It
Right.
started
Like,
pouring while we were playing. Actually, we were on, like the last song. It
Yeah.
just started fucking pouring. It was like a monsoon.
I think
and
we were-
everyone.
That's rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
We were God's least favorite band.
Oh, what was the review we got that day? Trashy.
Yeah, we were pretty trashy.
Yeah, they called us trashy.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's a great
I mean,
review.
to me, it was fine. They acted like it was like some kind of an insult. I think they were trying to insult us.
Yeah, music has to be. If you're not playing a symphony, you're not really a musician.
I guess
Bullshit.
we just weren't cut out for the farmers market in Albion. You know?
That does not seem like
Them
your,
boys sound nothing
yeah.
like sheep.
I mean, we did play some country songs.
They were bad.
They were the black sheep.
So lyrically, are you writing all the songs or what? Or
No,
are
it's-
you guys shared? Is
Yeah,
it,
that's just pretty even split. You
Yeah.
know, like
Not me.
You're out, Ben?
I don't write.
you just
lyrics.
beat on shit?
Yeah.
Right on. So what are you writing about? Talk to us. People want to know.
Man, whatever. So like one of the songs we performed here, TV Sloth. I wrote that during the pandemic because like everyone when it like happened, like I was just drinking beer and watching TV so much that my brain was just kind of rotting. You know, like
Yeah.
it was bad. Like a lot of people were kind of feeling like a lot of anxiety, and I was kind of one of those people too. And that song was pretty much like expression of.
I
like,
thought it was great.
Yeah, like it was just. That's pretty much how I felt, just like a lazy piece of shit, just watching TV and getting fat.
He's still a lazy piece of shit.
I
But now he's allowed to leave the house.
I thought it was great, man.
He's
Watching
showered
people lose
since
their
then, so
minds.
he's got that going for him.
Right, showing off and everything. Did you grow like a big old beard during that shit?
I can't grow facial hair, man. It's like my dad.
Did you have a patch going on or anything? Like just give up on life?
Patches, plural. Yeah, plural.
So you look like a homeless guy?
Just got one patch
Works.
right
No,
here.
homeless people can grow facial
7
hair
inches
better than
long.
I can, which is a shame because my dad, he can grow like this luscious beard. Like
Yeah.
back in the day, he looked like Charles Bronson, man. He had the Fu Manchu and everything.
Just fantastic.
Yeah, and here's me. I'm just like, yeah, it's like pubes.
I'm just
Sweet
like,
ball throw, son.
Yeah, like, like
how do you explain
I
your
sullied
beard?
His name.
Yeah.
Looks like my dad's balls.
That's funny right there.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Not like you've seen them.
That's the most white trash shit I heard all day.
Who invited you guys anyway?
They
I think they
did.
just showed up. Party
How do you think you
crashers.
get gigs?
Half the side effects is in the house.
Yeah.
Say hi, boys.
Well, 2/3.
Hi, boys.
Hi.
Hello, lads.
Lads.
We came here
So
for
you
the
guys-
handies.
Wait, say that again?
We came here for the handies. Nancy
Well,
Reagan's.
Well,
you're going to be pleasantly unhappy.
I
Harry?
hate to tell you, the handies
Take
already
care of the
came
light
out.
work.
My wrists are pretty limp. Yeah, it's going to be a sad hand job. I'm just going to be mashing it.
I just hold it and punch it.
After Benji
Hey,
knocks
you
that
mind,
hole in
like,
the
just
wall, we
being
can
on your
figure
dick like
something
boxing
out.
gloves?
Benji made a glory hole back there. Who knows who's chewing on it on the other side, but.
I like to stick it in the mammogram machine.
Oh, yeah, give it a good squeeze.
Oh my god, I never knew it was that big before.
Dick cancer is a thing. Is it? Is it?
I mean,
Is that a thing? I don't even know.
No, you got
you can't get testicular cancer.
Testicular
That's like
cancer.
Yeah, but that's not your dick, though.
That's close to it.
Well, I mean, it's like the neighbor.
That's part of the giblets, man. It's in there.
Huh. So how come they don't do like the old mashy on the dong thing?
I don't know, man. Ain't nobody mice my balls in a machine.
No, not your balls. I'm saying your shaft.
Maybe they
Oh,
call
I do that all the time.
they call it warts.
They call it warts.
Warts?
Warts. I don't know.
All right. So how long you been playing drums, Benji? Let's refocus this.
A while. I don't know.
Don't give me one word answers,
What got
man.
you
Like I
started?
want. Yeah.
Maybe when I started, maybe 16,
Okay. How old are you now?
50.
Fair enough. Hey, we're all 50-ish, except for these guys.
This guy used to be like the actual punk scene in Marshall. Like he would tell me stories of how like once upon a time he booked like 88 Fingers Louie and Lagwagon, like two of my favorite bands of all time at the B. Henry building. Then '95 he books AFI before they get famous, back when they were still like a hardcore band. Like
Yeah.
you know, he's experienced.
I wouldn't say I was
you won't-
booking them, but I had my fair hand in.
Were you a promoter
a
or
lot of
something,
stuff
or
that was going on? I was the guy that would yeah.
you like the
promote-
fixer?
Promote.
You like Morgan Freeman from like Shawshank or something? You can get people
things.
shit.
I just promote the shows and
You
put
want
flyers.
But you were actually booking these bands, or?
Put flyers. It's actually my buddy of mine. He lives way up far north now. He was a bass player and singer in a band called I Against back in the early '90s. He was actually the guy. Back then, you had to use the telephone. You call everybody and run up like a $2,000
Fucking grandpa over here.
calling everybody. And then we'd rent out.
Was it a rotary?
Yeah, it was. And then it would be like the
You
tiny.
have no
little,
idea how to use that.
Little it's like a reception type hall we'd rent out. And then these bands would come through the little small town that we lived in.
Right.
And they'd rock out.
So you had a hand in like all these badass punk bands coming through?
Yeah, and flyer all over Kalamazoo, Lansing, all over the surrounding little cities.
Nice.
Around our little town. Yeah.
Why'd you stop doing that?
Actually, I have kids.
Fucking kids always getting away with shit, dude.
My oldest
Suck
daughter,
the fun right out of everything.
my oldest daughter was born, and my ex-old lady just dumped her off on me, and she split and ran off to college and did her college tramp thing. You know.
Well, dang.
And I was left to raise my daughter, and
Good man.
had to quit being a punk rocker and had to go get the real job and take care of business.
What job did you get?
Well, I'm a factory worker.
Is that the job you got at the time?
Yes.
Like you've been in the same place for
almost
30 years or some shit?
Yes.
So you're like about like ready to retire then, are you? Or
Well, because
is it
of my
30 and out
age,
or some shit? or?
Because of my age, I can retire, but I just have a 401k.
Yeah, no pension or any of that
No,
shit.
I wish.
Yeah, nobody gives out pensions anymore. It's,
know.
it's fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah. So now I drive a forklift now where I work at. So.
Cool.
Yeah, Ben, aren't you also an 8-ball death?
Yeah, I'm the drummer
missed
for
that
8 Ball Death.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Why am I not familiar with this band?
Yeah.
Because he sucked.
Hardcore.
Oh, it's because all the recordings are really quiet and they're not out on the internet.
Turn it up. It's
Never
full blast,
mind.
bro. It's full blast.
The funny
No,
part is
yeah.
nobody's heard this band.
No, they have. I mean, 8 Ball Death we've been a thing for like 10, 12 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of I Against before, too.
It sounds familiar.
That's from long time ago. Yeah, we started the little like the mailing list of records. It was called Generic Records back in the day. Used to get a lot of records and stuff. And,
Did you ever send anything to Jamrag to get reviewed?
no, actually they sent something out. That band sent something out to Maximum Rock and Roll years ago.
Did they actually do anything with it, or
I believe they did write a review.
how was it?
I don't know. I didn't read it.
My band sent one to Jamrag, and they tore us apart. And I loved every fucking second of it, man.
I've heard better turds.
Oh, dude, it was brutal. it was like 5-6 sentences. It wasn't. They didn't just like, nah, whatever. They dug in, man. No such thing as bad press.
I think my favorite review of a band I was in, we played this show, and we're loading out, and this kid comes stumbling up the stairs. He's all fucked up. And we're like, so what'd you think, man? And he just stops, pauses, thinks about it. He's like, you guys weren't that bad.
We were hyping him up that we were like the worst. Like this is like a waste of time. You're gonna be like disappointed in us. And like again, he's like,
You guys really know how to sell yourself, don't you?
yeah, like they were trash.
You set the expectations low, and you can never disappoint.
Yeah. Expect nothing.
I think that's
you
a
won't be
great
let
flyer
down.
idea. Don't come see us. We suck. Stay away. Saturday night, wherever.
It would be genius if it actually worked.
I bet you it would. I'd be like, I gotta see what this is.
Yeah. If they think they suck.
Oh, that was the same night we played a Bad Religion cover, and they thought one of the guys from the bands we played with thought it was a Sublime song, and we thought he was joking too. So we started laughing in his face, and he's just like,
"What's so funny, dude?"
Yeah, we covered "We're Only Gonna Die," and so they guess they did that too. And so like, that was an interesting take on a Sublime song. I never heard it played that fast.
Do you think he was fucking with you?
We thought we were. We thought he was. So we just started laughing at him, and he's like dead eyes us like, "Is it not a Sublime song?" And then we're just like, "Oh." When we had to like tell him, it's like, "Oh, we kind of came up like assholes, didn't we?"
And they actually covered the same song. They fucking knew what song it was, man. Come on, they were fucking with you.
I wish he was, but this guy seemed like dead serious. So it's like he wasn't really a punk rocker. So like
But again, his band covers the same song.
No, our band.
I thought you said his band.
No, Sublime covered that song, right?
Sublime covered.
Okay.
We covered like
never mind.
We did in the style like Bad Religion.
Okay.
So like the guy who came up to us, he was used to Sublime songs. Again, he wasn't really a punk rocker. He started playing a punk band because he was like related to like the frontman or the drummer, I believe. I think it's the drummer. He was related to the drummer, so that's why he's in the band he's playing with now.
Okay.
But like his punk rock experience was like the Descendants. So like to him,
what's wrong with that? That's actually a really great band.
Right, great start. But like that's just pretty much. I'm just giving you reference for like that was it to him.
Yeah.
So like of course like if he's used to Sublime, he's listening to them quite frequently. He's probably going to think that's a Sublime original.
Herein lies the problem.
Yes.
There's probably a lot of cover songs out there that bands have done that nobody has a clue it's a cover song.
Oh, ton. Like I Love Rock and Roll is a cover song by Joan Jett.
I think most of her shit's cover
Yeah,
song.
it's a cover song.
Oh, you taught me something today. Thank you.
A band like 2 or 3 years prior put it out.
The first Quiet Riot song isn't. It's almost
it's Slade.
The whole album's a cover.
Yeah, it's all Slade.
Oh shit!
And actually, the Slade versions are fucking better.
I like the Slade shit better than the Quiet Riot stuff for sure.
And it's odd. Kevin DeBrow sounds exactly like the singer from fucking Slade.
Yep.
But Slade, yeah, check out Slade, dude. If you're not hip to those guys, man, super good fucking band.
Like Slade,
SLADE.
Okay.
They do like "Come On, Feel the Noise," "Mom, We're All Crazy Now." I mean, there's like 3 or 4 of them like Quiet Riot covered.
The Budgie shit's better than anything Metallica did.
100%.
Yeah.
Shit, man, you guys kind of schooled me today.
Well, yeah, we're old, so I mean, there's that.
Speaking of the Gassers, where do you guys get your name?
That's a great question, Eric.
So I was on my
They're
way
really
to the
into
bathroom
beans.
one day.
They like beans.
And
wait, say that again?
I was on my way to the bathroom one day.
Shut up. This can't be real.
And there was a hot rod
Make
magazine.
up a better fucking story.
Oh, you thought you had to shit and it was just a giant fart? I got an idea!
There was a hot rod magazine sitting on my dresser, and I happened to walk by it, and I was thinking about band names at the time, and it was an issue about gassers, the old straight axle.
57 Chevy.
Yeah, hot rod fucking drag race cars. And,
Oh, yeah.
we got some songs about stuff like that, and I'm real big into, classic cars and stuff like that, so I suggested it to them, and they bought it.
It stuck, and
It's either that or the Country Blumpkins.
Again, that's got to be taken, dude.
Well,
It's got to be.
for a while, we were thinking about using asteroids too.
Yeah, asteroids.
Just the name Asteroids?
Yeah, like
No, it's terrible.
droids.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, like ass droids.
Yeah, that's an astronaut with hemorrhoids.
Actually, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
So we didn't go with it because it was like you had to explain it. And the girl I was dating at the time,
Well, obviously, I mean, he just had to.
the girl I was dating at the time, she drew up this like logo for us. It was like a big android like robot guy and with a space helmet on it,
With like a big old Kim K ass on that shit.
His face was an ass.
It was like a butthole for a mouth.
Yeah, it was like poured into the helmet too. I thought it was a pretty good design, but like again, like we had to explain it to people, and it's just like
Yeah.
But once they saw the artwork, though, I mean, game over. Problem solved.
And Gassers was something was just like it just kind of clicked.
I take the name. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Like
cheap beer and hot rod cars.
All right. You look stoned, man.
Oh.
It's just your eyeballs, and you're happy.
no, it's the
Not
same,
used to
same
that.
show all over
Am I
again.
not supposed to look that way?
Yeah, stop being so happy. There's no smiling in rock and roll.
Yeah, there's no
You
grinning
should've-
in punk rock.
You should have seen him on the Super Satan show. He looked like he was going to fall over and die.
Super Satan show?
Wait, the what?
He was on the Super Satan show with his other band, and
Super Satan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a podcast thing of
I'm not hip to that one.
You should look
Podcast
it up.
thing down in
It's pretty good?
Cincinnati.
No, it's great because like the host is like a puppet of Satan. Like a Satan puppet. Like, yeah. So,
That's not really Satan?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we've been duped.
Hey, guess what? Santa's not real either.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that tooth fairy, still not real.
Satan is a liar.
It was just your dad.
Just your dad, yeah. It's your dad.
He was never there anyway.
You toothless fuck. Here's some money.
Right? My fucking kid's teeth are falling out. Piece of shit.
This is why I needed that dental plan.
I always feel bad every time my kids lose teeth. I forget to put the money in there. So I got to...
Come on, man. You got one job. Couple jobs. Christmas gifts.
I
tooth
go
fairy
to bed
shit.
early, man.
Dad, tooth fairy's a
Well,
dick.
usually what I'll end up doing is I'll just tell them, like, oh, man, maybe her route was full tonight. She'll catch you tomorrow night. And she always does, so...
Then you got to double
good.
down, give him $2.
Yeah,
Did you ever forget 2 days in a row?
probably. I don't know.
You're a terrible dad.
It's
Nah, I'm just playing.
You should dress up like the tooth fairy and freak him out.
Yeah, like a big giant fucking rotted tooth.
that's off-putting.
That'd be
I'm
fucking
a
great.
Tooth, and I'm here to say I'm rapping about my homies.
What the fuck was that?
You never seen Mr. Show?
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's an old like featuring Bob Odenkirk and David Cross, an old HBO show.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude,
so.
watch it.
Sketch
It's great.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this some old show or something?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, it was like
Funny
in the
as fuck.
90s and shit. It's great.
I was banging bitches back then, dude.
Well, good for you.
'Cause I ain't now.
My favorite
So,
one is when the
there's
rock
that.
band comes to David Cross is in the hospital bed with the little...
Titanica. Like,
Yay! His body's like
it
a little,
looks like a
little
wet
wire guy.
cigar.
What's that?
All right, so you know, like, okay, so there's like this skit where, like, you know, where like a fan, like, they have a song called like "Commit Suicide," so their fan like commit suicide to the song "Commit Suicide." And he jumps in a vat of acid, but it only goes up to his neck. So, like,
So he lives?
yeah, so the rest of his body looks like a Slim Jim, but like,
Yeah, it's funny.
Shut the fuck up.
You've never seen that, eh?
No.
Oh, it's great.
yeah, you should. Like, they try to give him like a studded bracelet. It's like, oh, so they make it like a belt instead. It's great.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll have to pull this up later.
Try,
Yeah, it's
try,
hilarious.
Try again. Head first this time. Try again.
That'd be funny to just like stuck his head on a wheelchair and just wheeled around his fucking head. His body's just floppy Slim Jim.
Yeah, he's like a little wire figure guy. Hey! My favorite band. I love you
I'm
guys.
the coolest kid in the universe.
So besides the Gassers, was there any other band name besides Asteroid that was on the table?
No, that was pretty much it.
Yeah?
You know, like, it was...
You didn't have like a fucking whiteboard of like 40 names or nothing like
I'm
that?
sure there was probably a lot of things thrown around the basement.
Have a couple beers, shit starts flying, man.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely.
It was like Asteroids and the Gassers. Those were like the most... like, yeah, you've seen the... Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
That is fucking great.
Yeah, that's after they put the
So there's a whole video around that? Or a whole,
whole
skit or
skit.
episode?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch that now.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones they have.
It's
Oh my
fucking
goodness.
so funny, man.
So what about you, man? What got you started in music?
I don't know.
Never
how,
mind.
like-
Next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know
It took
how,
too
like,
long.
How do you really like find punk
My hard
rock?
drive's almost full.
Yeah, I don't know how
Okay.
to like really find punk rock. I just kind of like I stumbled upon it. I was like 14 years old. I was like, this is fucking cool because also it was like the first time discovering music that wasn't through my parents, pretty much too. I feel like when any person just like finds like a certain genre that wasn't from their parents, they latch onto it no matter what it is. Like maybe metal, hip hop, punk. Me, I just stumbled onto punk and thought this is cool.
Did you start playing though at that time?
No,
Or you just kind of discovered
I
like
discovered it, then like I wanted to actually start playing it sometime later. Like I was like I'm originally from the Detroit area. I'm actually like outskirts of Metro Detroit, Madison Heights. When I was 13, I moved to the state of Wyoming, and that's when I discovered punk rock. And
In Wyoming?
big
Yeah.
punk rock
That's
scene in
huge
Wyoming.
scene there, man.
Yeah, well, like Wyoming's
Is there
like
cowboy punk?
yeah, there's a lot.
Actually, there is a cow punk genre.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah,
It,
it's actually really good too.
yeah, so like I don't know, like Wyoming is kind of one of those places where it's just kind of like it's kind of like, you know, like the old Simpsons joke where like they get textbooks that like, oh, finally got textbooks that explain how the Korean War ends. Yeah, like that's like the Wyoming education system. It's like really stuck back in like the 1950s and in a lot of different ways. So,
Did you
like,
enjoy living out there?
Okay, so the terrain is beautiful. You know, it's like the old West, man. You know, like there's
Okay,
a
so
lot of
after that
history.
5-minute look around.
Well,
Then what? What do you do?
Wyoming looks like Afghanistan.
Cody, Wyoming's awesome, man.
I've never been to Cody.
Cody's cool, man.
I was just kind of living in Casper. I always stayed around there. Also because...
Is that like a big city or?
No. Okay, so like... Okay.
Population, what?
Okay. Wyoming is like
50?
the least populated state in the Union, obviously. And like, you ever been to Jackson, Michigan?
I drove through it.
All right, so like...
I camped there. Actually, KOA. Isn't there? There used to be a KOA there. Is it still there?
I don't know.
I went to Olivet College, man.
So you're kind of aware. So like, Casper's the second biggest city in Wyoming, but it's about maybe...
What's the first?
It's Cheyenne, the capital.
Just checking you.
Yeah, and the only reason why it's the most popular is because they got that big ass Air Force base there too. So that brings a lot of different like people coming in and workers and everything. It's a nuclear silo.
I know nothing about Wyoming, dude.
Like I said, the terrain's beautiful. It's a beautiful country.
You keep going back to that.
You know what trees are, right?
But the people are different.
I've seen trees, yes.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like like getting into punk rock there, it was still kind of like, oh, it's kind of like this huge thing when it really shouldn't have been. They kind of feel like
It's like TV to North Koreans.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, and you just kind of latch onto that. And sometime after a while, I wanted to play punk rock music. I'm pretty sure I was a guitar player, but we couldn't find a bass player, and I just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna start No, there's a band I tried to join, and I was originally a guitar player, and they needed a bass player. I lied and said I can play bass. Then we finally get to practice, and no one else can play their instruments too. So I felt comfortable enough to say I don't know how to play bass.
My first band, I lied too. I played guitar 6 months. I'm like, fuck yeah, I can play bass. Never played bass.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a bass amp.
So like after coming clean, like I kind of had to learn it.
Right.
And that's how I started.
It's not hard.
Yeah, I think I was about maybe like 17 years old. I'm 29 now, but like I picked up the bass when I was 17. Yeah.
And that's it. That's the history.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You still play guitar or no?
I hear it every now and then, but like.
Do you write on guitar? I mean, writing on bass is just dumb.
Trying to get when I do like write a song, I do try to play.
Well, I mean, it kind of is.
It's hard sometimes because you gotta like imagine the guitar part in your head. I'd rather just do it on guitar.
Sometimes they'll come to practice with a bass riff and then like start playing it, and then I gotta like come up with a guitar part around it. He's a better bassist than I am a guitar player, so I just like, no, we can't do that.
You can't do that.
Everything has to be written on an acoustic guitar. Your guys' songs, you play weird chord progressions. Like you don't play like standard, like you're going like a little sharp sometimes. Where I would just like play an E, like playing an F, but it sounds good. Like it's different though.
I don't know anything about music theory.
Okay.
I think the most.
I guess we're done with that conversation.
This dot,
no
no
thanks,
dot.
just guitar for me.
If you want to talk about like who's an actual who can actually probably read music and be a musician, it's probably him. He can actually.
Well, I'm not even saying like reading music. I'm just saying like as far as say a 3-chord progression, like ADE or whatever. Yeah. Like you guys are like going a little sharp sometimes, and it sounds good. Again, it's different.
I had a
it's
buddy
unique.
Show me how to do a power chord like 20 years ago, and I never learned anything else. So that's.
And I wrote 40 songs out of that one chord.
That's where I'm at.
Right.
I figure though, if we can't be the best band there, we'll be the loudest. So that's fine.
Oh, you're definitely not the loudest.
Oh.
I think it's time for a break.
Try harder.
I guess we can just leave now. He hurt our feelings.
Again?
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Play some, what the hell's the name of the band again?
I forget. I don't know. Fuck them.
The Gassers. We'll
the
be right
Gassers,
back.
baby.
We deserve that.
No, you don't. He does that. He does that every time, and literally up until last week, I thought he was like serious, but he was joking. Now I feel like the fucking fool. Whatever. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be
True
the
that.
last.
True that. So if you guys could open for any band on the planet, who would it be?
Side Effects?
Yeah. Oh, we already did that.
That'd be my pick.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Like individually, I don't know.
Whoever. Pick whoever you want. Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
The Llama?
If I really had to choose a band,
David Koresh.
Probably play with, it would be Strung Out, because they were my first tattoo, and they were my first real big name punk show out in Wyoming. I loved that band when I was a teenager.
Who was it? I missed it.
Strung Out. So
I've heard of them. I'm not.
They're
that looks like Jimmy Neutron shit.
I get that all the time, dude. It's either Jimmy Neutron or Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
I've had this tattoo since I was 17.
I'm not trying to insult you or anything.
No. In 12 years I've had this tattoo, only 4 people have gotten it right. And You know,
Did they all live in Wyoming?
One was in Colorado.
That's close enough, right?
Yeah, they're both square shaped. One's just has weed.
What, Denver or Colorado? There's no weed in Wyoming?
Oh fuck no, they'll never be legal.
If I lived in Wyoming, I'd be high as fuck 24/7, man.
Like half the population's on meth anyways.
So it's just like Albion.
Yeah. Well, okay, give Albion some slack. There's some heroin every now and then.
There's some downer guys.
Yeah.
It's a college town.
Yeah, like Wyoming, the wind blows constantly, so you can never really sleep anyway. So yeah, I can.
Did you ride any horses out there?
Dude, I get thrown off horses all the time, so no, I do not ride horses. Fuck that.
Well, you have to ride a horse to get thrown off a horse.
Well, yeah, but every time I've ridden one, I get thrown off.
So you're not good at it?
No.
Or you don't have that rapport with the animal?
No, I guess I'm. They don't think
Well,
I'm.
horses notoriously don't like punk, so.
Yeah, so like, it must like sense. Like, oh, this guy ain't a Wyoming.
Get the fuck off me!
Did you watch Avatar when you gotta link your ponytail in with your mane?
Yeah, you got.
Isn't that
Well, the horse, you got to plug it in their butt. You got to become one with the animal.
In Wyoming, it has to be consensual. I got to put the horse's hooves in my boots.
It's got to be consensual.
It's an old written law from like 1890 that's never been written now. But you know, back when we were like, I was like 19. Me and my best friend Nick McDill. You know, he's in a band called Brain Sweat, so I got to plug him in. And he's my best friend of all fucking time. I miss that motherfucker so much.
Do you still live there?
Oh yeah, he's actually living in Laramie, which is kind of like the third biggest city.
I've heard of Laramie.
Yeah, it's the college town, so that's why everyone's heard of it.
It's a nice place to take a shit.
No, work's a nice place to take a shit.
Things to do in
It's the only time you get paid to take a shit.
Things to do in Laramie: take a shit and leave.
Well, I'll see you, partner.
No,
Things to do in Laramie when you're constipated.
We were like 19, and we tried to form this band, and we called it Consensual Sheep because we heard about that old backwoods law.
That's great.
Yeah, it never worked out, but I thought it was a great band name.
That's
in Wyoming. No,
terrible.
in Wyoming, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Then you get a bunch of hicks coming to the show. This ain't what I was expecting.
Oh, this ain't an orgy?
Where's all the naked sheep?
Here's my cousin's sister girlfriend.
Is this the livestock trading?
Yeah. You ain't lived till you fisted a sheep.
Excuse me, sir. You don't need to put air quotes. We know this is the animal orgy.
Yeah, you can lose the air quotes, bud.
What about you, Benji? If you could pick any band to play with, doesn't matter who it is.
I really like No Use for a Name. Fuck yeah.
Okay. What about a local band?
A local band?
Not loco, local.
Yeah, local.
Sorry, I didn't understand your accent.
No, sorry.
It's that
Battle Creek accent.
Such a heavy Battle Creek accent there.
You know, a funny short story. Before you guys got here, I forgot where you guys are from, and so I found it. I hit Dave. I'm like, these guys are driving almost like 2 hours. He's like, tell them to turn around. We don't like Battle Creek people. Or what was it?
Just tell them to turn around and go home, man. We don't like people from Battle Creek.
It's understandable.
And I was going to mess it, but I totally forgot. I started cleaning floors. But anyway, sorry, I digress.
They still make Kellogg's there?
I thought they shut down.
I think so.
No, they were on strike for a while. So like, I used to go to KCC for a time, and like always take morning classes, and like driving through the factory to get to school, it always smelled like like cereal. It was great.
What kind of cereal? Did they make Fruity Pebbles there?
No, that's Post.
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
What is it?
Best cereal ever.
Does Post do honey grams? Because I think this.
I don't know.
Yeah, it honestly smell like honey grams, but I don't know if that's like a Post cereal or not. But.
There's honey cornflakes. Honey frosted flakes.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
My old job, I used to work next to a potato chip plant, and it smelled like fucking ass, dude.
Oh, dude, you ever go
it
drive
the
by the
Mermaid
Faygo
one?
factory? It reeks, man.
No.
Ugh.
Anyway, back to you.
Yeah. I thought it was No Use for a Name.
No, you have to pick a local band now.
A local band?
Yes.
Like Battle Creek?
Every band's local to somewhere.
Local to the state of Michigan.
Wow.
And you can't say side effects.
No, I mean, I've played with a lot of local bands already. I'm open because that's like my favorite slot to play when I go to
Which
play a
local
show.
band do you hate?
I haven't met any yet.
Good answer.
I mean,
Usually
we've opened for the state. We've opened for Death in Custody. We've opened for Bad Assets.
Like Croizon, like just yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, technically
the Crosses. The Crosses. We
but
just
they played
opened
a
for them.
Croizon set.
We opened for the Elder Gods. I mean,
So there's nobody new that you've heard like, oh shit, I want to play with these guys?
Killing Pixies. I've heard a lot of good things about them.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know who they are.
They're cool.
But, okay.
It's like a pop punk band.
Oh, all right.
Newer stuff, young kids.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know how to be quiet, man. Nobody cares.
Some of those members are in Lava too, right?
I put a noise plug in on it anyway.
Aren't some of the members of Killing Pixies in Lava too?
I don't know.
Larissa is.
They're in a band called Rabbit too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The drummer's the singer and guitar player on that band.
Yeah.
That version of it.
We all switch places when I ring the bell.
Ding! Ding dong. I had to say dong.
What about you, man?
I like to play with Loser Candy.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
They're out of the town where I grew up down in Coldwater.
Okay.
Like Stones.
Where's it at? Point to it.
Wait,
sorry.
About right there.
Cold water. You got the good water too?
I don't. It's wet.
Is it moist?
Moister than
it's
moister.
like a Duncan Hines cake.
No, so I grew up down there. It's a small town. There was this band called the Burning Hatreds that I used to go see any time that they were playing. Like they were just this loud, obnoxious band, 3-piece, just guitar, drums, and vocals, no bass, just the most obnoxious.
Was it like
fucking
rock,
band
punk,
around.
or just
like,
screaming their heads off type shit, or what?
It was punk rock. It was like I think they drew a lot of their influence from like a lot of the Goner record bands out of Memphis, stuff like the Oblivions, the Retards.
The Retards.
You guys never listened to Retards?
Harry's
I've heard I like the Oblivions. I've never heard the Retards though.
Did you hear Harry laugh? He's like, I resemble that.
King Louis Banks and stuff like that, and the two of those guys are playing in a band called Loser Candy now, and I'd like to play with them a lot. So
we'll make it happen.
Yeah, well, one of these days.
Why wait?
Loser Candy.
Hard to get a venue for us.
Hamtramck. Problem solved.
Yeah, out in the small towns, it's hard to find places to play.
Hamtramck. Problem solved.
There ain't no scene in Battle Creek at all?
No.
There's bands in Battle Creek. Like, there's Roachweed, there's Pink Pout, and us 8-Ball Death. But, like, in terms of, like, places to play, like, not really. Like, there's one place, but it's all, like, pay-to-play stuff. And
Wouldn't it be cool to play at the Kellogg's factory?
The college?
No, actually in the cereal factory.
It would be great.
I see what you did there. You set them up for that one. You planned that.
That was not planned at all.
Oh,
but
yeah, we talked about that before.
That's how good of hosts that we are. We just know each other that well.
He's wearing my underwear right now.
Like,
That's
you
hot.
can say that, but
They're falling down. I had to rubber band it.
I had to zip tie that shit up.
I lost a couple of LBs. Whatever. Are we done? No, I'm kidding.
What's your guilty pleasure music?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's get some audience participation going here.
Guilty pleasure that somebody wouldn't think you would listen to.
Motown.
I was about to say that.
What's
Somebody said that last week too, but
Yeah,
I don't think
Motown's-
it's really a guilty pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Guilty pleasure.
You know, like something
Miley
like
Cyrus or
yeah,
ABBA.
Britney Spears.
Oh.
Oh, her first record just fucking hits, man.
Morris Day and the Time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ice Cream Castle.
Yeah.
Well, he's only 29. Wait, how old are you?
34.
Yeah, so these guys know nothing about Morris Day.
Right.
James Brown.
James Brown,
watched
dude.
Jane Silent Bob
Constantly
Strike
listening.
Back.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. All right.
Rick James. Yeah, man. Yeah.
This
I
is
like
a
to listen
guilty
to a lot
pleasure.
of that old funk music.
Okay.
This is a guilty pleasure of mine because I really
practice
initially
drums with it
got
a
me
lot.
into music was so like when I was a kid, like my mom's brother lived with us and he had like the old like Monkeys TV show VHS tapes.
The Monkeys
Yeah,
are
like-
badass,
Yeah,
dude.
so like watching that, I used to be a kid. Like watching that as a kid, it's like wow, I kind of want to be a musician. This is how these guys live. This is cool. Like I was just like 7, like 6.
That's
7
all the
years
Wrecking
old.
Crew shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You hear the
Come to
Wrecking
find
Crew
out,
in
yeah,
California?
Oh,
Yeah.
They did not play on those records.
No.
They wouldn't let them.
No, like but
They let him sing them.
Wool had tried. Wool had tried. You got to give him credit. But yeah.
Well, the
that's,
Monkeys album, I think it's called Head, when they actually play their own instruments.
like, Headquarters.
I think it's just called Head, isn't
No,
it?
that is an album. You're thinking Headquarters. That was like the actual first album. They actually like played their own instruments.
But
This
the Head
guy's
album
steeped in the
for the
Monkeys.
movie.
I actually got that, like the original Cold Drums, like '67, like release. Like I found that at like an.
Is it a good record?
Oh yeah, it plays in perfect condition. And like this antique store didn't know what they had, so like they sold it. For,
No, I'm saying musically. I mean, not physical condition of the album you bought.
Oh, like I enjoyed
Good
it.
piece of trivia.
You know,
Anybody in
like,
the room know who his first tour they opened for the Monkeys?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, I
Wait,
told
Hendrix opened for the Monkees?
For the Monkees.
Yeah, when I was a kid, they were my favorite band.
That's
You
weird.
know,
Yep.
like, that was like music to me when I was like 6
He
years
said they
old.
just stood there like,
What is it?
the
That's
fuck
when
is
you-
going on?
Yeah,
Right now?
like he was like Jimi Hendrix was playing like a crowd of like 10 to 12-year-old teenage girls, and he was playing like Purple Haze and all this stuff.
And
about
he's
drug
doing the
use.
rock shit, whatever?
Yeah, he's saying all this stuff about drug use and these teenage girls want to hear Davy Jones sing about holding hands and shit.
Because he's so hot.
Yeah, like the short.
Yeah, all 4 foot of them.
Guy, yeah.
That's weird. I never knew that.
Yep.
Oh, look at you just dropping knowledge.
Oh, I know. Plethora of useless information.
Didn't Hendrix play with James Brown?
No, he played with
He was a backing guitar.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, Little Richard.
Little Richard. And the Isley Brothers.
No shit.
Did he do a gig with Bob Dylan too? Once upon a time.
I don't know. I never heard that before.
He just ripped off a bunch of his songs.
He did.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
He did say that Billy Gibbons was his favorite guitar player, though.
Really?
Yeah, he was on a Dick Cavett show, and he asked him, "What's it like to be the greatest guitar player in the world?" Jimi Hendrix said, "I don't know. Ask Billy Gibbons."
No shit. They had to be like early in their career too.
Yeah, they
Hendrix
were
died.
called the Sidewalks at the time
Yeah.
before they were ZZ Top.
Great freaking band, dude.
ZZ Top?
Yeah.
Come on now.
A lot of
Get you
people.
some of that.
A lot of people's only exposure to him is like the '80s dumb
Yeah,
shit.
Eliminator
dude.
shit.
It's
The old
crap.
shit's the bomb.
Oh, so much better.
These guys don't.
Hey, but that track they made for Back to the Future Part 3 was pretty good.
I stopped at the first one. I was banging bitches, dude.
Well,
We was getting laid.
yeah, well, I was
Yeah.
a 7-year-old with nothing better to do than watch Back to the Future.
You weren't twisting one off at 7?
At 7, I didn't even know what masturbation was.
Boy, but when I found out,
Who said anything about masturbation? I said
on,
twisting
motherfucker.
one off. Your head went there.
That it did. You caught me.
I was a TV kid. What's your
13
favorite
years old, he had a
TV show?
basket full of fucking Kleenex babies.
What's your favorite TV shows?
TV shows, Futurama, like hands down.
Fucking
Star
rules.
Trek.
Bender rules.
The Wire.
Star Trek? Did you say Star Trek?
It's Star Trek.
Oh. My mom used to cry, say Star Trek. My
That
mom
woman
get
just
pissed.
died, didn't she?
Yeah.
Ahura?
Can't say her fucking name.
She's Ahura.
She's a horror.
Ahura.
Horror.
I love Star Trek, man.
I hated that show. My dad would watch that shit when I was a kid, and I'm like, this is the stupidest thing fucking ever,
Oh,
man.
come on, the Trebles rule.
I didn't like MASH either, but like as an adult, MASH is one of the funniest shows ever.
It's a good show.
I started
was constantly
watching
about
Star Trek just because I just have an antenna. I don't have cable or internet or anything like that, and it was just what was on.
They didn't have cable in cold water.
No, I'm talking about now. I don't have cable.
Oh,
Like I live.
I mean, you're an adult. You can get cable if you
I
want,
just-
dude.
Not where he lives.
Oh, where do you live now?
Narnia.
Like 10 miles north of Albion.
And there's no cable out there, or you just
I mean,
choose not to.
You can get like Dish Network or something. I had it when I first moved out there, and I just realized I was paying a lot of money to just like watch nothing. So
I don't have cable.
my
Either,
my
dude.
TV's just a noise machine, so it doesn't get lonely in my
Where do you
house.
live?
Like 10 miles north of Albion.
No
like
shit.
Duck Lake, Springport area.
You ever see Bigfoot?
You know, he stops by sometimes.
Funny,
We sit on the porch and have some tea.
He's also like, have you ever seen Bigfoot? Like for just between us,
Hey,
man.
man, you ever see Bigfoot?
No, that's one of the jail inmates running through.
I heard some shit in the woods one time, man. It had to be it was a Sam Squatch.
It was Spencer and the sheep.
I heard Bigfoot in the woods fucking a sheep.
No, that was just me.
It was all bad.
Just having some alone time.
Like, anyone from that part of Michigan hasn't tried to win the affections of a farm animal.
Animal,
Oh, boy.
Good old animal
Oh, boy.
husbandry. Oh, shit. My dog's got a
That got weird.
Weird is good.
Oh,
it always happens on this show.
Oh boy.
You know the Amish are coming to Albion.
Yeah, I know.
The Amish are?
Yeah.
So
Is that a band?
Yeah, they're a string band.
I'm guessing they're acoustic.
I got a second job at a grocery store, and the Amish come in all the time asking for our expired fruit and everything. And like, I have to tell them, like, I cannot sell this to you. Like, I physically cannot. It's like, yeah, they'll go through our garbage. Like, can you sell this? Like, no. Like, that's why we threw it out.
What are they doing with it?
I don't know.
They eat
Probably
it.
compost, maybe. I hope not.
Give it to their kid.
You ever buy Amish jelly? It's probably out of a dumpster.
They put it in their beard for later.
It really stiffens it up.
Yeah.
There's a band out east. They were called the Amish Noise.
Really?
My other hardcore band played a show with them. There used to be a punk rock house over in Jackson called Bird Alley, and they used to throw.
What was that band we played with in Cleveland? The Amish Muslims.
I don't know.
That grindcore band. Remember?
Something Muslims or something. I don't remember.
I thought it was the Amish Muslims or something like that.
I have no idea.
I loved them.
Yeah, it was a long time ago though. It was like maybe 8 years ago.
Fake Muslims.
That's really not a long time ago. In the big picture of life.
Well, for a hardcore band.
Well, yeah. I mean, you should be in like 7 more bands after 7 years.
This guitar player is.
Well, in Detroit, if you're in a hardcore band, it means you got to be in 4 hardcore bands.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about Ali earlier.
Yeah, if something were to happen to
we love you, Ali.
If something were to happen to Ralph and Ali, like, the Detroit
Yeah, the
hardcore
scene's
scene's
done.
just done.
Yeah, Keith's in like 4 fucking bands. Fucking, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
They're very,
The only band that we left standing is Side Effects.
EKG?
They should all just get together and have like a hardcore orchestra.
I'm not mad at it.
Don't let that spill on the computer. Did it?
Gooberman.
Did you spill it on my fucking laptop?
Not me.
Is something spill on there?
Droplet.
Hey, at least
I will
didn't
smack a
spill it.
motherfucker.
At least I didn't spill the Red Bull.
Hey, the
stuff.
government's here.
Why aren't they here?
We want to look at your bank account.
I don't know how.
Damn, you're poor. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously.
How do we
think
make
my
him
depression
poorer?
comes from?
More poorer.
So, one piece of gear you can't live without. What do you got? You don't even use any pedals or anything, do you?
Snare.
No, just straight into the dirty channel. That's it.
Well, this is going to be a short-lived question.
Less is more. I mean, I had a pedal years ago, and I loaned all my shit to my buddy's brother's band, and all I got back was my head and cab, and I just never bought anything else.
Hey, if it works, it works, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody steals a pedal from me, I kill him.
You probably wouldn't even know.
Oh, I would know.
Your mental inventory.
Cross gave me is it a Key 9?
I have no idea what that is.
Makes your guitar sound like a synthesizer, like a old Mellotron.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh boy.
The guitar.
my problem is I'm just really
The
indecisive.
guitar. I want one of them, dude. They're really expensive now.
If I have multiple like things available to me that I have to make a choice to sound one way or the other, I can't make that choice, and I'll just sit there and my head will explode. So I just like, you know what?
Too much?
This
Overload?
Yep. This is how it sounds, and that's it.
I'll take a tuner and plug it in.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Good,
it.
good.
Yeah, you guys are pretty stripped down gear wise.
Yeah. Oh, I can't afford all those fancy paddles, man.
That's a nice head you
All
got
in
over there.
paddles.
Like, I got a compression box, but every now and then it kind of picks up radio stations. I don't know how to. Like,
Oh, it's awesome.
yeah.
I love old shit that picks up radio
You
stations.
should use that to record, man.
comes in
Just
handy.
leave it on there.
Comes in handy when we want to lip sync.
I had an old turntable when I was young, and it would pick up radio stations somehow. I remember laying in my bed, fucking half stoned, listening to Sabbath, and all of a sudden I heard these ambient voices in the background.
Sure wasn't just the weed, man.
No wonder we.
Remember when I told you I had a 1989 Dodge pickup with like that used to be a pilot vehicle instead of CB radio? So again, my friend Nick McDill, like, he used to speak perfect German once upon a time. So we would go like the boonies out in Casper, and like, we turn off to like the trucker stations, and he would start like speaking like like numbers but in German. And so we tried to convince these guys that we were like some like East Communist radio station from like back in the day. And
great.
Like, and every now and then some of them would bite, and their reactions were just like brilliant.
We're to find you
like,
fuckers.
Like, oh my God, it's the invasion. They're finally
They're
doing
coming.
it. Yeah.
Wolverines!
Somebody call Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, Wolverines! Somebody piss in the radiator. We're going to war.
Someone protect Leah Thompson.
Somebody protect Leah Thompson. She fucked a duck.
I don't know any of this conversation whatsoever.
You've never seen fucking...
Hit your wagons.
Red Dawn?
No.
Oh, when the truck breaks down, they gotta get up. Everybody pisses in the radiator.
No.
Yeah, that's
You know, the second Red Dawn was actually filmed right down the street.
Yeah, the movie
some of
sucked.
it was.
The movie's terrible.
No, I'm just giving you some facts.
It's
That's all the
corny
facts
as
I
all
know.
fucking get.
Yeah, the first one
It's
was way
80s
better.
cheese and all its
Glory. Oh, yeah.
Lack of originality.
80s schlock.
Ideas, they got to rehab.
All-star cast. That kind of deal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the perfect, like pro-Reagan movie.
I like to call it the sequel to The Outsiders.
Why is it all the same people?
Pretty much.
But they're just dressed up differently.
Yeah. Minus Tom Cruise.
Toy soldiers.
Tom Cruise wasn't in The Outsiders.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
You just couldn't see him because he's so short.
No.
Yes.
No.
He was
Yes.
soda pop.
No,
No.
that's Rob Lowe.
He was not in. No.
Yes.
Pull it up.
He plays, I can't remember the guy's name. He's a greaser, got the big curl. He's the one eating a chocolate cake and got the cake all over his face.
I think you're
They're
wrong.
calling him a slob. No, I'm definitely not wrong. Want to bet on
I'll bet you nothing.
it? Keep talking. And, you ever seen The Outsiders?
No.
Oh, dude, great fucking movie.
No, my buddy Hawkins
I
was
seen
really
it in the
disappointed.
It's the one movie Tom Cruise isn't in.
I was a little kid when I seen that at the movie theater.
Yeah, so was I. Yeah, I'm same age as you. I'm like 51. Yeah.
We had to read that in school.
I'm sorry. I never read a book when I was in school.
Didn't have to.
Yeah, I don't ever recall reading a book from the front cover all the way to the back.
Really?
That seems like work.
I know, right?
I used to read like rock and roll documentaries or biographies, whatever.
I grew up reading like the Mad Magazine comic book.
Oh, okay.
That's what actually got me hooked into reading.
I love
But other
Hunter
than
S.
that,
Thompson.
no. I don't read. a
Hunter.
whole lot.
Who said Hunter Thompson?
Me, I like actually got tattoos dedicated to him, man. Yeah.
No shit. That is Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Huh. C. Thomas Hall, Rob Lowe, Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid,
Patrick Swayze.
He was probably like 30 there too.
Emilio Estevez.
Okay.
Emilio Estevez. That's his real name, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Estevez is real. Sheen is not real.
Yeah.
Now I want tacos.
He didn't want to be
No, I
associated
want
with
tacos.
fucking-
Me too, man.
It's like, fuck them fucking-
Well, you're in luck. We have the most authentic taco restaurant right down the street.
Taco Bell.
Bingo.
Oh boy,
I don't know, that new grilled cheese burrito.
that fine Detroit cuisine.
There's some good eating
This
in
is St.
Detroit,
Clair
man.
Shores, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we call it the Shores.
There's
Okay.
some really good eating in Detroit.
Actually,
All right, we need to take another break.
There really is.
Just so I can play more of you guys'
Hey, what's
music.
that one, was it Telly's?
Telway?
Telway.
Oh, I love Telway.
Yeah.
There's a good one down in Michigan by Gifford's house.
There's one right down the street called Travis. It's pretty much the same fucking thing, just
They're like
greasy ass fucking burgers and
Coffee
shit.
and onion sliders at 3 in the morning.
What was that place?
Clean you out at noon the next
Right?
day.
Brace, yeah.
that place
Or it had
still
like the
open?
horse on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
building.
yeah.
I think there's still one around.
Like, there's one in like Hazel Park.
I think yeah, it's right by Telway actually.
Yeah, 'cause I remember like I said, I used to kind of live in Madison Heights, but my dad had friends who lived in Hazel Park, and like every now and then we go to Bray. Like the one place that really just stood out because like the donkey like scared me as a kid.
It scared you?
Yeah, you know, like you ever see that thing at night? You know, like when you're a little boy.
Not like a
it's
spinning ass on a stick to scare you.
And they sell cheeseburgers. What the fuck? Why do they
Yeah.
have like maybe I
All
get a
right.
horse burger.
On that note, we're going to take a break.
I know I truly want one thing. Didn't want a house or a diamond ring. Didn't want a yacht or a big long caddy. Kids with a time with a ladder. Dirty with a leather dirty. Be my little man.
Welcome back. We have the asteroids.
The asteroids.
In Grand
Asteroids.
Grand Rapids were also
No
known
shit.
as the Grassers.
It's a long story.
In Grand Rapids, we're known as the Grassers. That was awesome.
I forgot about
Did somebody spell your name wrong or something?
Yeah, it was like, it was like some like Grand Rapids Music Magazine promoting a show we did in like Turnstiles with Sorry Not Sorry. And like they spelled our name wrong. We were the Grassers instead of the Gassers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think we were the grab assers for a few minutes that night.
Were you doing some shady shit?
I don't know, man. Just,
Oh, that's weird.
Sometimes the venue don't always pay that good.
You guys seem to not remember a lot of things. Just saying, man.
I've been drinking a long time.
I got wormholes in my brain.
I think I've been drinking longer than you've been alive.
Probably fair.
Oh, is this a competition?
What happens when
Just
you
means
start
I'll
when
be
you're
dead
4?
sooner.
There's a pork chop in every beer.
That just means when I quit, I'm gonna get really fucking fat.
Hey, don't hit the camera this time. Jerk face. Do we have any questions from the audience? Wow. The one time you guys want to not say a fucking word.
I want to know what your political views are.
No, we're not doing that. Nope. Absolutely not.
Fuck them all.
Do better. Do better, Eric.
They're from corn country, for Christ's sake.
Have any of you been in the military?
Yeah.
That's the stupidest question I've ever heard. I mean, wait, who said yes?
Okay.
He is.
Oh, never mind. That's the best question I've ever heard.
Read.
Don't look at me, no.
You believe in the propaganda.
I foolishly joined the National Guard
the man.
13 years ago because
Are you still in?
yeah, I mean it's a job.
Is that like a weekend type thing or whatever?
yeah,
or-
we one drill a month and then
You get paid for that?
Yeah, I sure as hell wouldn't do it for free.
So you don't
Job
lo-
sucks.
So what do you have to actually do?
Get drilled.
That's nasty. I mean, we
Nasty.
just. I'm a truck driver. I'm in a trans unit, so we just go to the armory and we fucking
The trans unit?
transportation.
Yeah, you might want to.
The trans unit that gets drilled once a weekend.
Hey, he gets paid, man. It's a job.
I mean,
Right.
we just show up and pretty much kick the tires, check the oil in the trucks, and then drink a bunch of beer and go home.
Okay, so weird question. Again, I don't know shit about the. Oh my God, what was it called again?
National Guard.
National Guard. So if war broke out tomorrow, would you guys get called into service?
No, so they've actually got units that are pre-designated for like call-up shit like that.
Okay.
They're called hot units, and then there's like different scenarios that the different units are designated for that scenario.
Yeah.
And then it goes on a rotation. Like this unit will be designated for that for about 3 years, and then it'll move on to another unit.
So basically, you guys don't really serve a purpose then.
I mean,
I'm not trying to be a dick.
Most of the time, though.
I'm just saying, like if war broke out, you guys would be called like 5 years from now or something.
It takes a long time to spin up a guard unit because you have to go to like a MOB site and train for like a month before you even deploy, and like there's a lot of stuff leading up to like a deployment.
Right.
The difference between the guard and like the reserve is the guard belongs to the state, whereas the reserves are federal troops.
Okay.
So that's why the guard always gets called up for like natural disasters and stuff like that.
Okay. So it's not actually like.
They're homeland hope, man.
So basically, in the
Right.
early 1900s, they wanted to do away with like the state militias because they were loosely regulated. So they conjured up the National Guard Bureau,
Okay.
and they figured out how to take the state militias and make it into like a professional force. And also because it's a state force, you can't use federal troops on American soil. So because the National Guard's a state force, you can use the National Guard for on American soil.
Yeah, they go into Ohio and shoot up a bunch of kids. You know.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
that got dark.
That wasn't me.
Oh, dead in Ohio.
Politics, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was the National Guard, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't recommend the military for people because it's dumb.
But
Worst-
I mean,
worst job I ever had.
if you're getting paid for really not doing all that much, why not take it to check?
It's a pain in the ass. It's always on the weekend.
you quit?
I don't know. Like I've seen dudes just like not go to drill for like a year and then show up for annual training and then like get promoted, and like you're supposed to like be considered AWOL and like get arrested for that shit, and they don't.
So there's like no out for you at all. Like you're just locked in for life. It's like a.
Well, no, I mean you're when you enlist, your contract's for so many years, and then it's like an abusive relationship. You know, your ETS date comes up, you're supposed
So you
to get
can't
out.
pull a clinger, you get kicked out anymore?
I mean, you probably could. You just
Would it be like a cross dresser or something?
Klinger, man.
They would
Mash.
welcome you with
I don't think he knew who that was.
I know who Klinger is.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just retention levels in the guard are really low, so it's hard to get kicked out. Because I've seen dudes like fail piss tests and shit like that, and
So it's like a union job then.
It's a G job.
I'm just being honest.
You must have been UAW, huh?
No, not at all. I'm a corporate IT nerd. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to kick my ass in a way out, that's cool. Doesn't matter.
Call this nerd scary.
Push me down, make me eat a white dog turd.
This is like shit just come to you or
All the time. I hold most of it back.
why? I don't know. It's fucking gold. I gotta pee now.
I'm peeing right now.
Ask him something.
Right now.
That's how I stay warm.
Oh, that's
No
so
cap
rough.
for me.
That was me.
Straight to the
It's
floor.
not- It was only a little bit, and I'm sorry.
Define a little bit.
Half a Red Bull. We'll be fine.
You already dropped 2 already.
So if you guys could play any venue on the planet, what's your dream spot to jam at?
A shitty basement somewhere.
I do like shitty basements.
I mean, I that's when we're in our best element, or I don't know. Maybe it's when we're just
Think big, man. Come on.
we're drunk and we think we sound good. I don't know.
Harpo's.
I played there already.
Yeah, Harpo's is great to play. I
Once
loved it.
upon a time, you played there with the Misfits,
Open
right?
for the Misfits. My other band.
Wheel for Seduce.
Yeah?
Shove it.
Did they seduce you?
No. Wheel for Halloween there, too, is fun.
I like to play Skatopia. I'm a huge skate rat. You know, like, yeah.
I like skateboarding, but I quit in my 20s.
Well, I kind of
I
did
didn't
too,
bounce anymore,
but,
man, so I stopped.
I got back into skateboarding during the pandemic. I was on the unemployment checks, and, you know, I saw these really nice, like, old school boards, and, like, I'll get back into it. And then, you know, it just came one of those things I didn't want to give up. So, like,
Talk about skateboarding?
yeah. So, like, he'd ask us, like, what places we would play, you know, like, I just kind of brought up Skatopia, because he brought up, like, basements, and...
I weigh 280 pounds, so I don't skateboard no more.
I mean, you still can, it just
I
probably
still
wouldn't be good at
can,
it.
but
It's not a good idea.
You'd probably break a lot of boards, but, you know...
Call him fat?
Just stretch first, you'll be fine.
He just called you fat. Wow.
it's all right.
What's your favorite dream car or truck?
Because that's music related.
Yeah.
Well, he's in the car.
That's
going to
be a hard question
He
for him,
sings
man, you know,
about
like...
Oh man.
69 Cornet RT.
He already has his pretty bitch.
83
LTD.
Chevette.
Rock roll.
My first car was an '85 Chevette.
Nice.
I paid $200 for it.
Nothing wrong with those, man.
I spray painted "Hail Satan" down the side of it in yellow spray paint.
Who does that song? Shove it, shove it, shove it.
I have no idea.
Drive that around church.
I forget the
on
name of the
Sunday.
band, but I always say Chevette.
What about you, Spencer?
I always wanted a DeLorean because of Back to the Future. You know, that was one of my favorite.
You're really into
movies.
that Back to the Future shit, huh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of plot holes in there, man.
I know. Like, just accept it for what it is, man.
I love the movies. I thought they were great. The first one, especially.
Eh.
The second one predicted 911.
It kind of did.
Yeah. What about you, Ben?
How?
Me what?
What about your favorite car or truck?
Oh, my favorite car? No, I don't know. I don't know.
The one that starts every day?
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Reliable
kind.
one. No, I used to always say I wanted to just drive the most biggest, gaudiest car that I could find because for the longest time I could never afford a really nice vehicle because I paid so much in child support on my oldest daughter.
So what would that be then?
Vista Cruiser.
Well, I always kept joking around that
So
I
you
was
had
gonna
your oldest
drive-
daughter and still had to pay child support.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Dude, same. 7 years. I paid for 2.
Yeah. I paid for one. It was a lot of money too.
Yeah, it is.
Based it all on my overtime, and it was like
bullshit, dude.
500, and then it started going up, getting closer to like $800 a month for one that I was
Yep.
paying on, and yeah.
Anyway, back to cars. I'm getting
Yeah.
pissed.
But anyways,
Yeah, so am I. I'm pissed for you.
I always kept wanting to just get like the nice big chrome semi truck and drive that around my daily.
Nice.
Just the rig.
It's a
just the
truck.
rig.
Big old cab. Big old cab over
Just a big
Peterbilt.
cab. Yeah,
You know, something I have to heat up for about 3 hours before I take it for a
I
spin.
don't want to have the 50-foot or the 53-foot trailer on it. I just want to have me a nice big red chrome gas tank and the big
Like
pipes
BJ and the
coming.
Bear.
Yeah, there you go.
My Uncle
BJ
Harry had
and
that
the
same
Bear.
exact pickup, or that same exact.
That's your
semi
dream
truck.
car? Are you joking?
No, I always wanted to drive one.
15 gears.
You're just grinding between all of them.
3 if you ain't got a trailer.
No, I wouldn't want to pull a trailer. I just want to drive the rig.
Hey, honey, I'm going to the store with my rig.
As soon as somebody
I'm
finds out,
I'm going to get smokes.
Exactly.
as soon as somebody finds out that you've got it, though, they're gonna ask you to like help them move or something.
You just bought work, buddy.
But there's no trailer.
No, there's no trailer.
Right.
Just
Tells
have,
anything.
Have the sleeper in it and everything.
You got a little 16-foot fishing boat behind it.
Exactly.
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard,
I
man.
needed to power.
Just because I can afford it now, because I
Right?
don't pay child support.
So let me guess, you don't have this this truck right now, do you?
No, I don't. I'm married and have another kid at the house, and she's like
Well, you could have had that truck.
19, and well, I got mortgage instead. So
Yeah, well, could have slept in the truck.
I know,
I'm just
right?
saying.
Right. I don't think my wife would
Could have been
be on board
mobile.
with it, though.
You could make an apartment out of my Cadillac.
Could have been nomads.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Just throw the family in there, just sleep in the truck. Don't even have a mortgage.
I got a
Just have a
70
car payment.
I got a
Driving
70
the dream,
I got a
yeah.
73 Cadillac. You could live 2 people in it comfortably.
Easily. It's fucking huge.
Do like a
Get an
trailer park
RV
boys
and stay
thing.
in the state parks.
Shit, I know people that lived in tents in Algonac State Park before.
Hey, Dave, can I bum a smoke off you?
When I first moved to Wyoming, the housing market was really bad, so we actually camped out on the mountain for like 2.5 months in like tents and everything. Like, yeah.
Straight
so,
roughed it, huh?
yeah, you know, like it sucked. I was like 13, and like my biggest job is making sure I just collect enough wood to keep the fire going so we can cook food.
Your job is to not die.
Yeah, yeah. Just like damn.
Just a boy and his sheep trying to survive.
Yeah. Well, there's no sheep in those mountains. I had to take my chance with the mountain lions.
They didn't have like the goats standing on the side of the mountain, just like eyeballing you.
Skinning rabbits to make underwear.
The
Ever come across any bears?
Those rams.
Hey, Steve wants to know something.
How did you guys all meet? Like, get together as a band?
Craigslist.
Grinder.
Don't remember. I don't remember. I was drunk. I don't remember.
Like we met Benji.
We know how you got in the band, PA and drums.
I met Webb one day. It was like it was just a really warm day in January. I remember that, and
This sounds
the
hot.
Grave Surfers were actually originally a 2-piece.
It
I
was.
joined the band sometime maybe after their 3rd or 4th show, but I was walking back to my house, and like
Minding your own business.
Yeah, Tom was taking a smoke break, and like
Our eyes locked.
yeah, like, I was, pretty much like that.
Who is this majestic man?
I was wearing a TSOL t-shirt, and he like must have like saw my Black Flag tattoo, and he was like, "This guy must be a punker. Let's ask him if he plays an
Sweet
instrument."
Jimmy Neutron tattoo,
Yeah.
bro. We should play in a band.
Hey, you into
Right on.
science and
He's
stuff?
into science.
Yeah,
Ding,
that's exactly what happened. So me and the other guy from Grave
Check out my
Surfers,
Johnny Bravo tattoo.
we were taking a break during practice one day, and we saw this dude walking down the street, and I was like, "Hey, he's got a Black Flag tattoo. I bet he like plays an instrument." So
Because that makes sense.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
And,
what are
uh,
the chances?
So the other guy, Tom, he's like, "Hey, you want to be in a band?" And he's just like,
That's
"Oh."
literally the
No,
first introduction.
No, that's great because imagine from my perspective, you know, like they just come back. They worked at Decker at the time. It's like this factory job. So like they're
That job sucked.
Yeah. So like I see Tom, and Tom has like this big like burly beard. And he's wearing overalls. Like from first glance, you can mistake him as like a biker.
And they were greasy as
Right.
hell because he
Yeah.
didn't ever change out of his work clothes.
Yeah, and like and he was,
So you got this big bearded guy yelling at
yeah,
you?
and like he was wearing.
Did
like,
you start running like a little ah!
I was about to. And like he was wearing his army cap and everything. It's like, and they said like, "Hey!" It's like look over there. It's like, oh. that
You want to
really
make some foot fetish videos? Come here, boy. You look good in them slip flops, dude.
I see you got some big feet.
You like Hello Kitty? Get over here.
Yeah, but like seeing that's like, oh, they probably want to beat me up. And it's like, you play an instrument? It's like, what kind of instrument are you playing? Bass.
Slobber blues on
Yeah.
the skin flute.
The old bonaphone.
Yeah, it just so happened. It just so happened I had a bass.
So you did play bass, and you were not in a band at the time.
I know it just lined up perfectly. Like it's like,
And these guys turned out to be like the sweetest guys ever.
well, he did at least.
Oh, so
they took me in
screaming
and gave
beard
me
guy was
cake.
not so
Yeah.
nice.
Well, Tom's like
He fed me.
he's nice. Like
Took
you
me
just
in and
need to
made
get him
me
at the
cake.
just need to get him in the morning when he's not like wasted.
Oh,
Which is never.
that the
Drummer, yeah.
okay
Earl drummer.
okay.
Hell of a dad, though. You know, like I can't talk shit about him as a parent because he goes all the way out for his kid.
good.
As you should.
I just wish she would stop drinking as much.
Intervention time.
Yeah.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah, so then we met Benji because...
Did you yell at him too?
No.
Hey!
No, there was no yelling.
You look like you play drums!
Hey,
you! Be cooler if you did!
Hey, you like Taco Bell? Yeah?
Best in town!
No, you're in the band.
No, him,
You got
Tom...
a van to take our gear to the show?
You got a van? Yeah, good, you're in a band.
Him, Tom, and I, from the old band, we all knew our buddy Patrick, and it's funny because we all knew him from like different places, and then we all ended up kind of in the same place. And we played that Walk the Beat in Albion. It's like this music festival where all these shitty blues bands come around and play shitty blues covers, and then they're like,
And then there's you guys.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you play punk rock? I bet you don't even know how to play guitar. I'm like, well, I write my own songs, so fuck off.
Yeah.
And then
Ooh.
A little side
Hair
note,
flip, mic drop, walk away.
A little side note about that Walk the
fucking
Beat
hate cover
festival.
bands.
So
Same.
Albion has like this Brick Street, small like Blink and Miss in town, but like all like the older cover bands are playing on Brick Street. But all the bands that do have original stuff, they play on like outside of downtown.
In the alleyway.
Yeah, in the
So it's like
alley.
Nashville then.
Yeah, so like they give all like the spotlight to the people playing stuff you hear on the radio, but you're a band that
And they're getting paid too.
Yeah, well we got paid pretty decent too, but like we all got paid, but like no one saw anyone that like had original stuff. They were all like they just weren't out of the main event.
They're bands for people who don't like music. I mean,
Yeah.
What?
but so yeah, we needed a PA for that particular event, and Pat was just like, "Hey man, my homie Benji's got a PA," and so they showed up.
Only guy in town's got a PA. And drums. Weird.
Yeah, so they showed up, and Benji ran sound for us, and it rained, and it was a fun time.
I was drinking a lot that day.
That's a running theme with you.
I didn't have to drive, so I was able to drink.
Yeah, no, that's
There was a
true.
bar
Like, he
very
dropped-
near where we
yeah,
were playing.
He dropped off the PA, and like Pat and him was like, "Hey, you want to go drink at Rallies?" And they were like, they came back during our second set. Like you have to play like back to back. Like one band will go on, you play. The other band goes on, you play again.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work.
That'll be awesome. This motherfucker rolls up in a Mack truck with a PA.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
You
His
feel
Mac-
that? That's
no,
sexy,
like,
man.
His Mack truck is the stage too. He finally gets that trailer.
Kick it back in Altez.
We played this show in Portland, and it was the wintertime, unfortunately. But in the summertime, they have a flatbed truck outside where the band plays on and shit, man. That would have been so freaking cool.
Slim's Last Chance.
Oh, that was Seattle. Yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah, Slim's Last
Yeah,
Chance.
yeah,
had the
no,
truck.
yeah, you're right. Yep.
That place was on Dives, Diners, and whatever.
Like freaking Duff hangs out there sometimes, supposedly.
So does Billy Gibbons.
No, wasn't there that night. Just
Yeah,
us.
Remember, Pat's like, "What are you gonna do if Billy Gibbons shows up?" I'm like, I ain't fucking playing. Playing in front of Billy Gibbons.
Yeah, that would not be good.
They'd probably faint.
Well, at that same festival, these guys ended up talking with them, telling them, trying to learn how to record and stuff, and they ended up coming over to the house. And
It's like I like stuff really
cut
quiet
their-
though.
Maybe we
cut
recorded
their-
really
cut their
quiet.
demo. That Elvis Hitler show festival thing that they played on, I recorded their demo for them to take with them there.
Why didn't I get one? The
Yeah,
fuck?
what's up with that, dude? We were there, remember us? Hello.
I think our drummer gave them all to the Elvis Hitler guys.
How'd that work out for you?
That's a Tom thing to do. Here's all of our demos.
See, again, so how'd that work out? You still ended up here.
Oh,
She just
we
gave
were,
us a copy.
That's what we were seeing shiny on the side of the road on the way home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh damn!
Actually, I think I have a copy upstairs under my coffee table.
Yeah, fucker levels on table like nothing else.
Do you guys have any more copies of those floating around? Are they online?
I might have one in the center console of a broken down car in my backyard.
There's a song there, man.
I think we made like
That is a country
We
song.
took
I
like the
fucking
two
love
songs we
country
had
music.
and made like 25 copies.
But you
of
hate
it.
the blues.
And
I
really
hate
have no
shitty
idea
blues
what
cover
happened to
bands.
those 25.
Yeah, me too.
So you don't even have a copy?
I probably have a
Probably in a junk drawer.
file, a Soundwave file, probably in one of my
I don't even know what that
laptops
means.
at home.
I'd love to hear it. I will teach you how to email.
You have to teach me how to email and how to search for files and all.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. This is doing too much.
This is too much.
How about I just mail you?
How about I send you?
laptop?
I'll send you a Windows for Dummies book. And
Can you
just figure
teach
it
me
out.
to computer?
I just mail my computer to you, and then yeah.
Remember that scene from Zoolander? Like all the files are in the computer.
So they're smashing and trying to open it.
I'm not going to send you a flash drive. I'm going to send you a whole fucking laptop. Just take what you want and then send it back.
It's a Mac. It's a Mac.
Oh, that's tight.
GarageBand is what I used to try to do a lot of the recording.
I started off with that. Yeah, then I kind of moved up to like Logic. It's like GarageBand on steroids, really. Same kind of shit, though.
Right.
Do you still use that GarageBand, or
Nope.
what do you use?
Tascam.
Oh, you're going back to the old school then.
SD32.
And that's on tape?
No, it's the little SD card. You plug it in.
Okay.
And then I can
Oh,
record.
so it's like a
8 track-
console then?
8 tracks at once.
Oh, yeah.
I keep trying to convince him that we should take his little 4-track tape recorder thing to like a basement show and record a live album, and they're not having it.
Dude, my old Tascam
Needs to
recorded
be
great
clean.
live music.
It needs to be clean. There's a lot of staticky stuff when you go to play.
That's
it
punk
now.
rock, baby.
Yeah, that covers up how shitty my playing is.
It's like built-in album hiss.
You can't hear the flat notes with all that hissing.
Oh.
I'm talking about me, so you know that's not a dig at him. That's me.
It wasn't flat. You guys were playing different notes.
He was playing a half step down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
I don't know if what he was playing was right. What he was playing was right. No, I don't know the song.
No, it's actually interesting you even said that because,
They were
like, again, like,
harmonizing.
you don't really know when you're playing it. You think, like, it sounds this way. Then, like, I don't know. No one's ever really given us, like...
You just
straight-
play and you're like, we're the best band in the world. Rock and rape and roll.
Like, you know, like, no one really says, like, you know, like, is it meant to sound like that? You know, that's just the first time.
Well, that's why I asked. Like, I wasn't quite sure if you're going for that. I wasn't trying to be a dick.
No. It just kind of raised like a good question. It's just like, is it? Because like I just need to like, I just need to like actually hear it. I guess.
The answer is yes. It was on purpose. We are musical geniuses. We're savants,
I'm not gonna lie.
really.
We're currently in the process of mixing jazz and punk rock.
Jazz. And
Yeah, it's a fusion.
It's a fusion.
Yes.
So I can see "Loosen Up" was your favorite Black Flag album.
What?
Oh.
I'm not a Black Flag fan.
Well,
I don't care. What are you talking about?
No, I'm thinking "Family Man." That's the record I'm thinking of. That fucking spoken word album.
I'm not a Black Flag fan.
Oh, that's
No.
okay.
I like his books. I think his books are cool. You ever read them?
When it comes to spoken word, I prefer William Shatner.
I heard Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds the other day on the way to 7-Eleven. It's the
Dude.
dumbest fucking song ever.
It's so bad it rules.
So bad it rules.
You got to hear Leonard Nimoy singing about fucking Middle Earth, dude.
Oh yeah, the
Hobbit
the
song?
Bilbo Baggins
Oh,
song.
dude, it's so fucking bad. You've never heard that?
I don't think so.
We will
dude.
bag it. Is that what you said?
Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, Bilbo. I thought you said we will bag it.
Yeah.
I thought that's what
No,
you said.
so he said dildo bagskins.
That's a whole different website, man. It's like an orange and black
That's
website.
a different podcast.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said dildo bagskins.
Okay, bye, Spencer.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Felicia.
He's had enough. He quit.
I can't hold it no more.
Remember that time you yelled at me?
No.
No, well, then you yelled at Spencer. It's joined the band.
Oh, yeah.
did you
Hey,
listen
are
to
you taking a piss? Yeah. You're in a band now.
You like rap? You get any good on the DJ Wheels of Steel things?
Yeah, that's exactly how it went down. It's like, hey, you play an instrument? You want to be in a band?
Yeah.
Like right now?
We don't do nothing but Bob Seger reggae. You're in. You're in, dude.
I'm disgusted and intrigued at the same time.
Down on Main Street.
Shabba.
Down on Main Street.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Eat the corn dog.
That would be fucking great, man.
Eating the corn dog.
Eating the corn.
Down on Main Street. Shabba.
Turn the page reggae, dude. Come on.
heard Bob.
Turn in die Buch. Shaba.
I heard Bob Seger reggae in there. I'm just like,
We're starting a
why?
band right now. We're gonna make hundreds of yen.
Hundreds of yen.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I want to know
We'll be
what you
using
guys
the yen
rehearsed,
before
man.
long.
Where the fuck did he go?
Take
He's the
piss.
same thing as me, dude.
Jesus.
People gotta pee, man.
Is it? Are you next?
No, I'm good.
It's a potty break.
Did you pee behind the drums? Don't lie. If I see a puddle of anything,
If you
Why
hear
does
a
it smell like
squelch-
vinegar over here?
Good.
why is there a lot of blood on the floor, dude? You might want to go to the doctor.
I have a bladder of steam.
Dude, I think you got a kidney infection.
You go, there's a boulder this big on the floor.
I dropped a stone, man.
Past the rock. It's fucking one grit sandpaper.
It's a geode.
Nobody ever understands it.
It's all
I
shiny.
love your shirt, by the way.
I've had this shirt for so long. I have 16. It's an old one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It tastes like chicken.
it's funny. Everything tastes like chicken, except chicken.
According to the Matrix.
Is that a fart? Did I just fucking hear a fart?
No, it's a cord.
Do it again.
It was my chair.
Fucking farted.
It wasn't me. It was you.
I just stood up and let it rip into Mike.
Who smelt it, dealt it.
That's fucking common gold.
okay. Calm down, third grade.
He who denied it supplied it.
Oh, I haven't heard that one in a long time.
Is he fucking taking a shit in there?
No shitting on the tour bus.
Hey, man, it ain't a shitting toilet.
Throw your
That toilet ain't the shit in kind.
You go in, he's got his arm stuck in it. Oh, I dropped my watch.
A piss is okay, but the shit is just taking too long.
Yeah, I know the pipes for that.
Dropped my phone in the toilet.
Oh, I'd cry. I wouldn't even fish it out, depending on what kind of toilet it was.
He
though.
fished it out like he was bobbing for apples.
So wait, you went head first?
Yeah.
It was an old Motorola brick.
Put his hands behind his back. I can do it. Splash, 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 splash.
That old Nokia wouldn't flush though. It just stayed right up there.
Yeah, they just never go away.
First time he got the urinal cake.
Oh, yeah. He's like, fuck the phone.
Am I the only one that thinks urinal cakes smell good?
No, they're supposed to smell good.
You ever been drunk enough like I could take a bite of that thing?
No, never been that drunk.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you guys are just not adventurous.
That's not a mint.
Isn't that's a band, isn't it?
Wait a minute.
They're called the Urinal Mints.
I didn't know that till the seventh
know.
one.
I'm pretty sure they're a band.
Really?
Yeah.
Why-
Sounds like a
There's-
band.
I
The
hope there's
urinal
a band
cakes?
somewhere
Yeah.
with urinal mint as a name.
Pretty sure that was.
Yeah.
I want to say it's a hardcore band called the Urinal Mints.
This might be like a Mandela effect, and like this is totally just not true at all. Or it might be true. I mean, who knows?
If anyone watches this and they want to form a hardcore band called Urinal Mint, go for it.
I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't sound very hardcore though.
I've heard Toro talk about this band before with me, but it's hard to say.
It could be a grindcore band. I think Urinal Mint.
Are those even bands though?
I love grindcore.
Gross.
Easy.
Some of it's easy.
Dude, Carcass rules. Brutal Truth is awesome.
Maybe, maybe not.
Uh-oh.
At least they play the same notes.
That's for the Ohio joke.
Do they though? Do they play any notes? Are they even playing?
Actually. Listen to Carcass's Reek of Putrefaction. Great album.
I don't know what you just said.
I don't either. What you say? Wika Pikafaction?
Reek of Putrefaction.
That's way too many syllables for me.
I wouldn't even be able to like Google search to find it.
Putrefaction is the ooze you turn into after you rot.
Wikipedia.
Oh, that's yucky.
All their lyrics are
gives me
really
the- that gives me the
horribles. The horribles. Give me the pricklies.
That's a good name for a band, the Horribles. Wait, that's got to be taken.
That's got to be taken.
Yeah, it's too good.
The pricklies.
How about Dick Swab? Or Richard Swab?
Swab.
You ever listen to Richard Cheese? He's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I
Richard
enjoy-
Swab and the
I enjoy his music a
Penicillins.
lot.
That's a great name. Richard Swab and the Penicillins.
The penicillins.
And the antibiotics.
The
penicillins.
I swear to God, that's what they wanted to call it first. You know, like, why would we just call it penicillin? No, that's too silly.
No, we have to put a C in there
way
instead.
too up front.
Yeah.
There's already a dinosaur named that, dude.
The Penosaurus Rex.
Penosaurus Rex.
Richard Schwab and the asteroids.
These are not bad band names, man.
The most unfortunate colonoscopy ever.
All right, guys, tell us what you got going on in the future. We'll plug your shit, all your shows, what's going on.
We are right now. We're
Explain why you didn't bring us a T-shirt.
We might have.
Actually, we do have our merch in the truck.
Is there a sticker you can put on the fucking table?
He said he gave them all away.
We gave them away.
Wow.
I gave our last sticker to Dan of the Crosses and Die Kryson.
Can you get a hold of him so we can have that?
I don't know if he wants to give that up, man.
Well, he did say if we're ever in Milwaukee to hit him up.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
I don't know if that was like an honest
The
thing
good
or
land.
just like, yeah, I know you're like, he's like, oh, you're young and like, want to get out. I see it. I'll hype you up. It's probably one of those things.
Oh,
It's actually
okay.
Die
You know what
Cruising.
happened? He probably
Die
threw it in the
Cruising.
fucking trash.
Die Cruising.
Where I would have utilized it.
I always said,
Just saying.
I love that band.
Any future shows coming up?
I don't think we have anything right
Today.
now. Yeah, today.
You want to promote this?
We're
Yeah, at the end of it.
we're kind of like Moses, just wandering through the desert right now, looking for our
Some
promised
nomads.
land.
Amos
Yeah.
Moses?
Sure. Well, he's wandering through the bayou, but
Yeah. We got one arm because I alligator bit it.
What kind of gear you guys using?
We already been over that.
cheap stuff.
You were in the room. You ain't paying attention.
Like, when it comes to
Dude, they
gear,
stopped at Goodwill on the way over and bought a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Now
they
that's what
grabbed some
play
amps
today.
and, you know.
I've had the same cab for 15 years.
Yeah, I don't think the speaker's working because
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. though.
It'll be fine.
I'm clueless when it comes to.
I'll
like,
just add an
gear
amp
and
to it
everything
and-
like that. To me, it's like
Bingo.
amp plugs in, goes on, amp goes boom. So like that's just kind of like.
So you're going caveman with this shit.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like,
your head sounds choice though, dude. That sounds great.
Thank you. Like.
I understand why you said like Matt Freeman. You're doing all the licks, whatever. But it sounds great though, man.
It's a
I
pretty
dig
good
it.
ripoff, I gotta admit.
Hey, everybody rips off somebody.
Is it a ripoff or just influenced by?
I mean, obviously, there's like what
Even
punk
if you're
bass
trying to be
is
original now, you're
influenced by
ripping
Matt
somebody
Freeman
off.
Since Rancid came or Operation Ivy came out, but there's like a lot, you know, like a lot of the early like anti-flag stuff, you know, from they got like Chris No. 2, like you know a lot of stuff he did for like.
I like the
bass-
early shit,
yeah,
man.
like a lot of the bass riffs from a new kind of army. That like those were like that tone stuck out a lot. You know, the Bouncing Souls, I like their bass tones a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's like different like. Also TSOL, I gotta admit, like and the bass tones on the Dance With Me album, that's like one of my favorite records of all time. You know, I even got it signed by like some like 3/4 the original members, so that's a record that's.
So it's almost complete then.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to get the drummer. He died.
Well, never say never.
Dig his ass up.
Yeah, dig his ass
Yeah.
up, like forge it.
They might come up with a.
No,
cure.
you just take some ashes, and just,
Take a tooth.
What'd you do last week? I dug up a body, stole his tooth.
Stole his tooth.
Because teeth last forever.
Is it stealing if they don't eat it though?
No,
I
you
don't
need it
know.
no more.
I don't know.
Is it wrong to change like a rotten tooth for a good tooth from a child, a tooth fairy? The next day they wake up, they're like expecting money, and they get this rotten fucking adult tooth.
Dude, a friend of mine,
It's gold, kid. What do you want?
yeah,
I don't even know how to wrap my mind around what you just said.
I knew this chick. She used to wear her baby teeth in a necklace around her fucking neck, dude.
I hate
It just
everything
looked
you
like
just
rotting, fucking disgusting
I
shit,
hate
man.
that so much.
Yeah,
Teeth gross me out. Actually,
yeah.
It's,
You ever thought about just knocking them all out and throwing them out?
no, like somebody else's
Like,
or
ooh,
mine.
I feel my tongue just rubbing on them all the time.
It's gross. Gotta get rid
Well,
of it.
I don't mean I don't mind having teeth, but just like I don't know, just a tooth.
Just
right
seeing them
there.
outside of a head.
Yeah,
you're
it's just-
saying? Okay.
Anything
I'm gonna get
about
them all
them,
yanked
it's
out,
just-
have them replaced with Nerf teeth.
That's a solid choice.
Solid choice.
I haven't
It's
you
really
already.
soft.
You ever play with a wet Nerf football? That's what your mom
How about
would be like
Lego?
all the
How
time.
about Legos?
Hey, Legos? Yeah.
You could bite through anything.
You fucking ain't right.
Yeah.
Like all the skin. No.
That goes right back to the foot fetish thing.
Yeah.
So are we doing the foot podcast after this one? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't know pain till you stepped on a Lego in the dark, and that is the god honest truth.
Huh. You ever been married?
Yes.
Touche.
Do not recommend.
What, being married?
Yeah. Tried it once. Wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't for her.
Well, you know, probably both of us. I don't know. She was really into just like being a horrible
Other
person.
dudes.
She was really into like other guys.
Well, that
and I wasn't.
We actually have a song about that. It's called Red Dress.
Really?
Yeah. I usually tell everybody before we play it, like, this is a song about my ex-wife that used to fuck everyone but me.
Do you have a child with her?
I have 3 of them.
With her?
Yes.
Demon seed.
So are you guys cordial now, or?
We tolerate each other.
Yeah, that. I
She
mean,
still doesn't have a job.
Well, yeah.
I shouldn't say more. My kids might watch this.
Yeah, they're going to find out how like you've been skimping on the tooth fairy thing. They're not going to be.
Oh yeah, you're busted, bro.
Dude.
Man,
You're gonna have to lay some 20s down next time.
Just
Like, what
fast
other
forward
lies
past
has
that
Dad
part.
been telling me?
Dude, I had to tell my kids.
Kids
when they
gonna
were-
wake up with an
when they were
Xbox under
little
his pillow.
that the Easter Bunny was not real because they thought this big giant fucking 6-foot bunny was coming in their goddamn room and leaving baskets. They were terrified by it.
Yeah.
So
That is
they're
terrifying.
like 5. or
Haven't you
something.
seen Donnie Darko? That's terrifying.
What does a rabbit have
It
to do
would
with
be.
Jesus?
One
No,
of
it's
the
like
mom
Easter,
touched me
like
and
Easter
broke
Bunny.
Yeah, I know.
Or, I don't fucking know.
Because
You ever see the South Park one
it has
about
to do
that?
with like pagan stuff.
Yeah, probably.
They rolled.
They
it
couldn't
up.
get rid of them, so they incorporated them.
Yeah, that because converting people isn't about religion; it's about
And you know your Christmas tree's
about
supposed to
money.
hang from the
Yep.
ceiling? Upside
Why?
down.
Why?
The way the Germans do it. That's where the Christmas tree was invented.
That seems like a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, but it would be cool, wouldn't it?
I've actually seen pictures of Christmas trees hanging from the ceiling, calling it cat proof. which it really isn't cat proof because those motherfuckers can
I
jump
think
like
cats touch the
14.
ceiling, man.
Oh, yeah,
Cats are
100%.
like fucking Spider-Man, dude.
Goddamn right.
I don't mind other people's cats.
I don't mind.
I don't need one.
I like my kids. I don't like other people's kids. How about that?
Oh, wow.
Fuck them cats. I'm going to kid level.
That's fair. Sometimes other people's kids are shitty.
I think every other parent in the world is a piece of shit except me, which is totally wrong.
Especially
of
when you're
course.
like in Denny's just trying to enjoy a nice fucking breakfast at 3 a.m, like reasonable people do.
and there's this little fucking 3-year-old not in bed.
Just running around, fucking raising all kinds of hell. Then he finally hits his head on the table and you kind of want to laugh, but
Like a Karen in a grocery store.
Mom's out in the parking lot making a 20.
You know, I fucking know you live in the sticks. There's still a Denny's there.
Yeah.
There's no Denny's around here anymore.
I think there's one left in Port Huron.
there's like 3 of them within a half hour.
There was one on Gratiot.
We love our waffles.
There was one on Gratiot, and I drove by it the other day. It's like a mattress company now or some shit.
But it's still called Denny's?
No. That would be funny. They just leave the same colors and everything, same color paint. Like, fuck it.
Did you hear about the Denny's sign that fell on some old couple?
No.
Is that a true story?
Yeah, true story.
No.
It was one of them ones by the freeway, too, real tall. It fucking fell.
Did it kill him?
Talk about a grand slam.
It fucking, oh yeah, I think Jared killed his wife, and he still lived, but like, the family lost a lot of money. And I think Denny's is no
We will
longer.
offer you Denny's for life.
I think that old couple had it coming.
Slide the offer across the table. Why? Because they were just on their way anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Walking around with their elbow halfway up their arm. I don't know.
We're going to get moons over my hammy for life. Watch.
I forgot that was a thing.
All
That was
the
the dumbest promotion ever.
all the soup you can gum.
How about that punk band that played at Denny's?
Do you like dumplings?
Fuck that place up.
I like dumplings.
I do.
The guy in the chili.
Okay, so where do we leave off?
I don't know. We're
What the hell are you promoting? Come on. Give us something.
We don't have shit going on. I told you we're the laziest musicians you
Trying to
ever
figure
met.
out-
So after today, you're just going to go home and just
masturbate.
die? Like, is the band going to break
It's
up?
funny that you bring that up. I heard on the radio that
It's
if you,
funny you brought up masturbation.
if you
I was
whack
just
off,
thinking about that.
if you whack off at least 21 times a month, it helps prevent colon cancer. Heard it on the radio.
Heard on the radio. Must be true.
Huh. I don't
Shit,
see-
I'm impervious to cold cancer.
I'm not a doctor, but it sounds
My
all right to
butthole
me.
just became Superman.
That's why I never got COVID. Just saying.
Just saying.
Well, here,
We've
here's a lead
So you
for
have
you.
no shows coming up.
So
lead for
we
you
were.
is Ralph Power Booking.
we just played a.
That guy fucking books shows.
Yeah, we actually
So you
talked
need
about.
shows.
Oh, Ralph?
Yeah, it's a senseless ad. I know. I'm a dick.
Oh, he
Yesterday,
promoted his shit last week.
Fucking
Wait,
rules.
say
we
that
just
again?
played with Death in Custody
Ralph
yesterday.
Power
when we were in
Booking.
Kalamazoo.
Go,
No,
Ralph.
just talking
It's your
with Benji
birthday.
about it. We
Stack
should
Deck was here
probably
last week.
do- Oh, I love Stack
Those
Deck.
guys are dreamboats.
Yeah, they're also handsome.
You know, I thought as much as I love Stack Deck, Death in Custody was like, okay, that was like, yeah, right there, yeah.
I think Bad Assets is my favorite Ralph band.
Johnny's one of my favorite people in the world.
Oh, Johnny, you're the most.
Oh, Johnny.
We'll do for Johnny, man. We'll do for Johnny.
Dude, when I was editing the podcast the other day, I was gonna actually have like a fucking weed counter, like every time like Keith and fucking Jesse and Johnny fucking hit the joint.
Then you gotta watch
And
the whole thing again.
Yeah, I had to anyway.
You guys were
I
great.
did. I forgot what.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll do my best. To
Yeah, we don't have anything going on right now. We were actually
may
supposed to
leave
take the
now.
last couple months and try and like
Fuck out.
buckle
Yeah.
down.
Why
and,
you still
like,
sitting down?
record,
Bye.
and We
Didn't happen, huh?
Then the
No.
beer kicked in.
Yeah, that.
That was a good one.
Ears hurt.
So I don't know. We're
That was funny.
I
I
guess
like
we're
the
looking for
idea
something
of
to
coming
do.
back to record a
We'll
demo.
play
We can
wedding
do that.
parties,
I
divorce
like that
parties,
idea.
bar mitzvahs, whatever. You guys
I
want to
have
hire
one
us to
out in
play
my
it?
truck.
We'd like a good solid bris.
Is that where they cut the?
Cut you
Yeah.
off.
Cut the junk.
Tubby.
Pigskin.
I wonder if they get to keep it like a tooth at the dentist.
Fat fuck. Fat fuck.
Or they pass it around and everyone chews it like a piece of gum.
Oh,
Then you like blow.
they have to pass it with no hand.
You have to like blow like a dick bubble.
What's the charm on your neck?
Blow a dick bubble.
Oh, fuck. Dry foreskin.
Once you get about 10 people in, though, that skin's gonna loosen right up.
Oh yeah, it loosens right up.
Yeah, wouldn't be so hard. So no recordings coming out.
We're recording. It's just, I don't know.
It's a slow process.
Sometimes shit just gets in the way, you know.
We like to record bands.
We get it our own way a lot. So
like we're recording demos. Like
record.
You should.
I like that idea. And I don't have to do nothing but play the drums. I like that idea.
Man,
we can make that happen.
For a while, we're kind of on the fence about like the show that might happen in Ohio with Nuke and the Night Shift. There's like there might be some Ohio show going on the next couple months. We just have to hear back from them. It's just kind of like
Yeah, they're doing a little mini thing with the Pink 50s.
Yeah.
You guys hopping on that or?
Maybe for the Ohio one, possibly. Like I said, it's
I don't think they're going far. They're just doing like Wisconsin,
doing, like, the
surrounding states, whatever.
It's closer than coming here.
You know, it would be cool just to kind of get out of state too. You know, to finally just kind of like just say like, hey, we've been here.
Yeah.
You know, like finally.
I've been to Ohio.
I've been to Wyoming, Detroit, and Toledo.
Say that again.
I was fucking with you.
I'm sorry, I was zoning out. I'm pretty stoned.
Oh.
I went to the zoo in Toledo once. It was a nice time.
I didn't know they had one.
I guess.
I thought Toledo was a zoo.
You may be right.
You may be crazy.
So your other band. I'm sorry. What was the name of your other band again?
8 Ball Death.
You guys got anything going on? Because obviously there's nothing going on here.
May.
Okay. Where at?
Jackson Music Box.
Cool. Is that a bar or
Yes,
or
yeah,
what?
it's a bar.
I'm not hip to that neck of the woods.
Yeah. Me either, really.
You're about to find out.
Noah Smith just messaged me. We're playing with them at BMO's. Are you guys playing that?
Who? What?
Yeah, with MPD.
Who's been trying to get us to play there for years?
Well, he just confirmed a date with me, June 17th.
Well, it sounds like
nice.
you guys
gonna get a milkation with 2 straws?
We gotta make sure it fits
That's
into
hot.
schedule.
It was a high school wedding.
I saw them at the Velvet Touch.
MDP is great. We played with those guys quite a few times before, and they're always those guys are who.
Dude, Noah's a phenomenal hype man. I fucking love that guy. One time.
No, we got a gig coming up in June.
Do we?
Oh wait, that's my sister's graduation party.
When is that? I can't. It's that festival we're supposed to play there.
Oh, that's August, isn't it?
No, that's not. August.
You guys really need to get your shit together, get a calendar or something.
We've been saying that for the last 2 years.
The weird part is most phones actually do have them now. They actually come free on the phone.
It's in my phone. I don't have my phone on me.
I have a hard time planning ahead.
How do you not have your phone on you?
Out.
I don't like my phone.
I know.
Did you leave it in your truck?
No, it's over there.
Dude, how cool would that be? They fucking roll up in a fucking Mack truck outside.
It'd be badass, man. Big old sleeper Peterbilt.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Just a Jake break screaming through residential neighborhoods. Just
puking black smoke.
Fuck the climate, bro.
Yeah, split them gears. Going to 10th.
All right, do we have anything else for these guys?
I don't.
Let them go.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you guys so much for coming
Yeah,
by.
you guys
man.
were a
You guys
blast,
kicked
man.
ass.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
Music
us.
was
y'all.
killer.
Fuck
I
yeah.
enjoyed it. I did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to make you guys sound good.
You may leave now.
I'm Dave, and he's Rich, and thanks for tuning in to the Detroit State of Mind podcast. Join us again next week for more shenanigans and probably a lot of fucking swear words. Good evening. Sleep tight. Don't let the fucking bed bugs bite. All that other good shit.
With the Detroit State of Mind podcast.
The Detroit State of Mind podcast.
Detroit State of Mind podcast.
The Detroit State of Mind podcast.
Fuck you.
I wish they'd play my band. I doubt it.
Fuck you.